Hi, I'm Ed.
I'm Ashley. We're in Los Angeles.
And we're attending Microsoft's Professional Developers Conference, and you're watching Ed and Ashley's 5-Minute Show. Hi, I'm here with Lynn Langit, who is a developer evangelist for Microsoft. And Lynn, you do a bunch of different things. It's just this huge range, which is really, really cool. So I know one of the things that you do is sort of personal volunteering, and I kind of heard that around October you may or may not have been out of the country.
That's true, that's true. Even though I do work full-time for Microsoft, prior to my joining 3 years ago, I had already been working as a technical volunteer on an electronic medical records application that's been accepted as the national standard for the country of Zambia.
Wow.
Yeah.
So kind of what do you do there? Like what, when you go there, what's your day-to-day look like?
Well, I do two things. Some work I do remotely, but I do go in country once a year. I've made 3 trips to Zambia for about a month. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, so I conduct technical training for teams, people working on either building the application, because I'm a developer but I also have a database background, and I also conduct end user training on request. So that's one part of what I do. Another part is I do architecture consulting around the application, because it is evolving as it's being deployed, and I do it particularly around the database implementation.
So if someone wanted to get involved in this project, how would you recommend they start?
Well, it's a little bit tricky. Most of the work is actually done in Zambia. So what they can do to find out about the project, because reading about what me and the other Microsoft certified trainers and technical volunteers have done has been inspirational to other people, is to go to a specification that we created for the purpose of explaining it to people and what we do. It's at www.opensmartcare.org, and that's a technical specification around the application. Now, in terms of volunteering, I am the volunteer coordinator for the remote volunteers, so they can reach me through my blog, which is blogs.msdn.com/SoCal.
So Lynn, I know you also do a lot with women in technology. So I've heard you do a little bit with DigiGirlz. So could you tell us a little bit about what DigiGirlz is and then how you are fabulously involved?
Well, one of the challenges is that there simply aren't enough women in technology, particularly developers. There's a lot of things women can do in technology, but I happen to be a coder. I look like a coder, don't I? Coders wear jewelry. Okay, I do. Anyway, so what has been found about girls' education is they make a decision about their career around middle school. So what Microsoft has is a global program called DigiGirlz to help with this problem of girls not deciding to go into technology careers. It's a series of annual free events, and I run the ones in Southern California, and I also contribute to the curriculum and the program for ones in other geographies. For high school aged girls, it's free, and there are 1 to many day events, depending if they're in the spring or in the summer. And what we do is we bring in girls and we allow them to work with technology, sort of hands-on classes, and then we allow them to interact, encourage them to interact with women technologists, so they can find out and talk to women who work in different aspects of technology, about the jobs, about the career pathing, and just hopefully be interested and inspired. Another thing that we're doing through DigiGirlz is we're changing some of the stereotypes, especially the real hard technical, like programmers. Yeah. Most people do not have an image of a programmer that looks like me, frankly.
Yeah.
So just actually seeing and talking to women that work in those roles is a big part of.
At these camps, what kind of things do girls do? Like, what activities are there? What goes on?
Sure. Well, there's 2 kinds of things that happen. There's hands-on activities, and they're courses that we build specifically for girls. So, for example, there's a database class, and the database class explains the concept of tables and joins, and we do this by talking about who dated who. So we have the boyfriend and a girlfriend table, and then the join tables, who dated who. And because we're in LA, we have who did Paris Hilton date? So, I mean, it seems silly, but you want to express the technology concepts in a metaphor that's fun and interesting to girls. So we take that spin on the classic technologies, and then we look at technologies that are new, like we use Cody. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Yeah, it's an Xbox.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's visual programming, and it's been really fun because I've worked directly with Microsoft Research and got access to some new technologies because everybody's super supportive. So we have the hands-on component, and then we have a networking component where we bring in women who are actually working in technology and allow girls to interact with them.
Awesome, that sounds like so much fun. So if you were a girl wanting to actually go to one of these camps and you happen to live in, I don't know, California, what do you do?
Well, it's simple. You just go to the Microsoft.com/DigiGirlz site. Now, different camps are run differently. What I like to do in SoCal is partner with schools. So again, the easiest way to get a hold of me is blogs.msdn.com/SoCalDevGal. And I love to partner with a school and bring in a class of girls from a school or another school because it just works best if the girls kind of know each other.
So Lynn, being a woman in technology, it's highly likely that any place you're going to work, you're a minority. So how do you deal with working in a male-dominated workplace?
Well, yeah, it was really interesting when I first started in technology because I came into this in mid-career and I had been like a businesswoman before where it was more equitable.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, there's no women. There's no women in the bathroom. There's no women anywhere. There's just no women. So when I first came into it, because I was new and I didn't have a deep background, I'm actually a linguist, not a technologist, so I could learn like programming languages really quickly.
Yeah.
I kind of was real conservative because I kind of dressed like a guy, with the guy shirt and the guy khaki pants and everything. But as I've gotten more comfortable, my knowledge has increased, and now especially that I'm very visible for Microsoft, I even do keynotes and things like that. I actually really consciously try to dress the way I'm comfortable, as not like overly feminine, but be myself. In fact, we were joking that we have a big party at PDC and I'm going to wear a cool dress. And I tell the women technologists here that if they want to do that, that's just totally great. The sort of the broader point is it's really super important to be who you are, and it does take time. Even it took time for me, but that's super, super important about being any kind of technologist, whether you're a woman or whatever you are. Just be who you are. It's what's in your head. It's not what's on your body.
Awesome, Lynn. Really, really good advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Ed and Ashley's 5-Minute Show.